Hi, my name is Tim and I'm in La Coruna for the day in northern Spain.
La Coruna is a vibrant port city on the Atlantic coast in the Galicia region of Spain. I'm on Cunard's Queen Victoria and we're sailing around Spain, Portugal and Gibraltar, and La Coruna is our first port of call. It originally developed as a Celtic settlement but took on greater importance during Roman times when the port became a key location for navigational routes in the Atlantic. Over the centuries, its significance as a centre for fishing and trade led to the development of the modern city that it is today, a curious mix of its medieval heritage twinned with its dynamic cultural and economic importance in the region. The ship docks right in the heart of La Coruna, and I'm going ashore to explore the city centre. From disembarking the ship, it only takes about 10 minutes to stroll through the cruise terminal to get to the pretty harbour and the edge of the historic centre of the city. If you're interested in taking a trip, you'll find taxis and tuk-tuks waiting by the cruise terminal. You enter an open square and you are right by the marina and the edge of the old town. La Coruna has two marinas, but this one is called Marina Real, and it enjoys a great location right next to the old town with all its amenities. The city is sometimes just referred to as A Coruna. We visited in December and spotted an impressive Christmas bauble that would have been amazing to see lit up, but sadly we didn't stay long enough into the evening to see it. The area around the marina is known for its stunning glass architecture. The glass-fronted enclosed balconies that adorn the buildings create an amazing effect, and sometimes La Coruna is known as the Glass City. It can be particularly striking at sunset when the glass reflects the sun. A few steps from the marina and you enter the old town. It's an historic area with the remnants of medieval and Roman walls. Today, its narrow streets are alive with shoppers visiting the market stalls, boutiques and cafes. As you stroll around, you'll come to an obelisk. It was inspired by an Egyptian obelisk which stopped in La Coruna in 1893 on its journey from Egypt to Paris by ship. Just 2 years later, the city had built its own. At the top sits a clock with 4 faces which tells the time, whilst a weather vane shows the wind direction. There are lots of shops to stroll around, and whilst we were there in December, many were full of Christmas decorations for the festive season. The Roman Catholic Church of Santa Lucia stands majestically in the heart of the city centre, serving as a place of worship for locals and visitors. It was open, so we took a look inside. The church is part of the Archdiocese of Santiago de Compostela. It's built of cement and stone with an eclectic style with neo-Romanesque and modernist details. The tower has a Renaissance element to it, and the interior has a 50-metre nave in the shape of a Latin cross with 8 side chapels. Close to the church, you'll find an excellent chocolatier with lots of lovely things to tempt you. Walking around, you get glimpses of the ship, so you can see just how close the cruise terminal is to the city centre. There are lots of lovely cafes in La Coruna, but we're heading to one that we visited before called Santa Cruz. It's a cosy respite from all the shopping and sightseeing to enjoy some coffee and a cake. We headed into the busy main shopping street and we came across a statue of a dog where it's good luck to rub his head and nose. The architecture of La Coruna is a blend of historical, modernist and contemporary styles, reflecting the city's evolution over the centuries. Here you can see an historical educational institute building with a grand neo-Renaissance facade. It includes Pablo Picasso in its alumni. I've headed back to the lively streets of the historical old town. It feels more traditional in this part of the city, and as well as experiencing a slice of the local life, you can also enjoy a slice or two of traditional Spanish meats from the region. Or stop in a cafe and enjoy a glass of wine or a beer and some tapas. There's a great atmosphere in the old town and it's lovely to stroll its narrow streets. In stark contrast, our next site to visit is the grandeur of the Plaza de Maria Pita. Maria became a heroine when she fought back during the invasion of the English Armada led by Sir Francis Drake in 1589. Her actions rallied the city's citizens and eventually the English retreated. Today, the plaza is a social and political centre for the city and home to the City Hall. There was time to enjoy a coffee in one of the cafes and to savour the warmth of the winter sun before we headed back to the ship. It's been an enjoyable few hours soaking up some of the culture and history of northern Spain, greatly helped by the convenience of the cruise terminal's location, just a few minutes' walk from the old town and the city centre. If you want to do some last-minute shopping, there is a shop in the cruise terminal just before you board back on the ship, selling a mix of souvenirs and duty-free goods. I'm back on board and enjoying a last look at lovely La Coruna.
If you've enjoyed my video and would like to see some more of my travels, please click subscribe. Until next time, thank you for watching. Goodbye.